Greetings, my fellow gamers. It is I, Wraith King, and welcome back to Seven Nights. It has been almost 3 weeks now since I've uploaded my last video. A lot has been going on with YouTube. I've been trying to figure out what exactly I'm going to do with all my videos, yada yada yada, whatever, but in the end, I think I can get things fixed out. I might actually re-upload my videos again very soon, but let's push all that aside. I got a massive video coming for you guys tomorrow. I worked all week on this video. It really did take a lot out of me, but I want this to happen. It's called the top 10 worst mobile games of the decade. And I've been doing some really weird things with editing, so I can't wait to show that to you guys when it's done. But yeah, let's take a look at these new characters. Like, this is NoHo, right?
It's somewhere around here. I think I forgot.
No! I thought NoHo had a super form. Well, you know what? I'm stupid. I legit thought that was NoHo because of the glasses. But you know what? I haven't seen NoHo in a while, but I should have been able to tell because NoHo she looks a lot more mature than her. Like a bunch. NoHo is, there she is.
There's so much left to record.
She's my age. Like, looking at NoHo, she's my age, but she is nowhere near my age.
Then how about this? Wow!
Honestly, even though they have glasses, I'm not sure how I got them confused. They look totally different. Okay, let's take a look at what her passive is. Yeah, that's just what I expected. Very simple and to the point. Gives her a 20% chance to evade all attacks. Decreases the awakening gauge by 3. You know what? It's been a while since I've played, but I assume that means she decreases the awakening gauge. Her awakening gauge, like the cost of it. And so it's a little more efficient. When she uses an ability, it builds up faster than other abilities. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. But alright, let's take a look at the rest of her passive by taking a look at her special item. See, I remembered. You can't get mad at me, comments. Launches a chain attack when target is dead. So, that just applies in general. So if she kills anything with her abilities, she'll cast it again. But of course, chain attacks usually only last once, so if she kills somebody again, I don't think the attack will trigger again. But this might be a little bit different. If they do have an effect that constantly chains, then that could potentially break the game, and she could actually be a very powerful meta hero. But alright, let's take a look at stage 2. Block rate plus 10%. She's a mage, so that does not mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. Okay. Alright, at stage 3. Transformation Magical Pure Heart. Honestly, what is the power of heart gonna do anyway? You just gonna zap me with a colorful beam and ah! It decreases everybody else's awakening gauge on the enemy team, and that can be good. Since her efficiency on her awakening gauge is a lot better than most heroes, she should be able to build up her awakening gauge before anyone else does. So when she casts her awakening skill and transforms into her Sailor Moon looking form, then she is going to completely just halt the match for a minute in a way. Because as soon as everybody uses their awakening skills, that is when the game starts to speed up a little bit and people start to die and things start to get a little bit on the edge for the whole game. So when that happens, everything's kind of put on halt. Everything's slowed down. The fight is taking a few steps back. So that's actually pretty interesting. But let's take a look at her awakened special ability. Of course, I can't forget to take a look at that. 30% chance to launch the effect attack on basic attack. Block does not apply to the effect attack. Deals 200% magic damage to the target. Deals 5,000 fixed damage to the target. That's alright right there. Pretty good for a special Mythic Awaken attack, but alright. Rush Bomb! Deals 100% magic damage on 3 enemies. Deals 15,000 fixed damage to 3 enemies. 50% chance to put the targets to sleep for 2 turns. Now, sleep isn't something we see a lot on Seven Knights. We used to see it on Yonhee, but they took it off from what I remember on the global version. She doesn't have that effect anymore. I wish she did. At least I don't think she does anymore. I'm pretty sure she doesn't. Hang on one sec. I want to confirm my suspicion here because I'm pretty sure they took that off of her, right? They did. I really don't know why. They took it off her.
Then how about this? Wow!
They did. All right, I still can't get over that. I know I just ranted over that so many times, but that was her thing, devs. Why did you take that away? But all right, attack skill will be powered up. I know her unique item does practically hold the game by reducing awakening gauges, which is still pretty great, don't get me wrong. But I don't know, I feel like she needs just a little bit more with her awakening skill. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but alright, let's take a look at, yes, she's also a new character. We'll be taking a look at her in a moment. Alright, let's see what this does.
I'm sorry, but this is going to hurt.
Don't apologize to your enemies, young
This is
people.
going to sting.
And don't tell them that it's going to hurt. They're just going to move out the way. You know, I keep forgetting this is an RPG game sometimes. Nobody moves out the way when something very devastating is going to happen to them. Unless they have an item on them that gives them +3 dodge.
So heavy. Watch out! Should I make it again?
Aww. Aww, she's just like Noho.
Transformation! Beating heart of love! Magical pure heart! Here I am!
I mean, you might as well just make a Sailor Moon collab at this point. Really.
Shudder! Fearfully and strongly! And fiercely! You can keep the secret. Right?
So much cuteness. She's too adorable. She's too cute. Monster trucks. Chainsaws.
Ouch! This time. Ouch!
So everything upgrades, doesn't it? Does this upgrade? No, it does the same thing.
How about this? Ouch! Ouch!
But what does this ability do that's different? Alright, what this does, Heartbeat deals 100% magic damage to 3 enemies. Oh my goodness! 24,000 fixed damage on 3 enemies, but of course this does not have piercing, but I don't exactly think you're going to need piercing all that much in this current state of the game anyway. But she is a very powerful hero regardless. This is great. This is one of the hardest hitting abilities in the game right now. So she's definitely worth building if you have her. But I do feel like there could have been a little bit more to her. She seems kind of boring with just the one ability. I wish they could have gave her something else, another ability or something, some type of buff. I just wish there was a little bit more to her to make her a little bit more exciting. But she's still a powerful character regardless. But yeah, she's pretty good. Alright, let's move on to the next hero.
See? Just as I prophesized.
The foreseeing third seat, Skuld. Y'all really are just coming up with names off the top of your head now, aren't you? What does her passive do? Hey, this actually looks decently long. Decreases all damage taken by 20%, increases critical rate by 20%, increases accuracy rate by 20%. I'm seeing a lot of good things here. Now, I think this all applies to her, though. The damage taken thing is practically pointless on a mage. Critical rate is good, and accuracy is pretty good as well. But what does her special item do? I am remembering so much today. Alright. Alright, in stage 1. Shine Bright Celestial Journey ignores 50% of defense. That actually can be pretty useful for this current meta because, as I said before, not a lot of people have void shields, and because they don't have those void shields, they're probably going to be building some serious defense on their characters because everybody is super squishy. So that is actually pretty good. You're going to be going straight to the squishy center of every single character with that buff right there. That is actually pretty decent. So just with that buff alone, she might be played quite often. But I haven't seen her skills yet, so I'm not going to say anything yet. But if it's a good skill, that's going to be pretty powerful and devastating in the arena, especially if it's an AoE. Alright, at stage 2, critical damage is increased by 20%. That is very good. Brilliant for a mage. At stage 3, Brilliance of Fortune applies 30% additional lethal rate. That's also good. If she has a lot of AoE abilities on her and not so many, hopefully she doesn't have any passive effects on her. What I mean by that is like passive abilities. That's something that might give your team shields or something like that. If she doesn't have anything like that and things that just do some straight up damage, lethal rate can be pretty good because, as you guys know, the AI likes to use things with lethal and weakness on them, so that's actually pretty decent for her. Alright, let's take a look at, this is Shine Bright Celestial Journey. Here we go. Deals 350% magic damage to 3 enemies. That can hit like a truck. That can hit like an absolute truck if you build her correctly. And even in the global version, not the global version, but the Korean version, this attack could actually be extremely devastating. There's a lot of void shields and whatnot in the Korean version right now, but if you have the right team that can remove those void shields and deal some serious damage, this effect can be extremely devastating. Let's take a look at her second ability. Good, it's another damaging ability. Consolation Secret. I actually said that right. I can read words today! Man, this is a great video. Oh boy. Deals 150% magic damage to all enemies. 50% chance to silence those hit for 2 turns. Applies 30% additional critical rate. Wow. This is actually really good. These are the characters that I was actually expecting. Since the game has been making this type of turn, they're going to need special heroes that are a little more interesting, that have a lot more to them, that are a little more powerful. And ever since the game was rebooted, everybody was kind of just watered down, and all the special heroes just did one thing. This seems like it's doing a lot more, and that is what I want to see. I really like this character so far. Let's see what her Awaken skill does. Deals 400% magic damage to 3 enemies, ignores 60% of their defense. Alright, that's just gonna kill 3 people then. Decreases defense of the target by 30% for 4 turns, like that's even going to matter, because they're gonna die. Alright, let's take a look at her ability animations. Oh wait, I forgot to see what her Awaken skill actually does. Not her Awaken skill, but her Awaken basic attack. 30% chance to launch the effect attack on basic attack. I don't even know why I read that part, honestly. What this does is it deals 200% magic damage to the target, decreases cooldown by 10 seconds. That is pretty ridiculous. So, what, she has a 30% chance to do this? No, I'm not sure if you can actually increase the chances of that actually happening, because there are rings that do boost status chance and there are pets that do the same. I'm not sure if you can increase that or not, but if you can, it would definitely be a good investment into this character if you have her. She already is a very powerful, very powerful arena character, and if she can use her abilities a little more frequently, she's just going to be a straight up meta hero. Alright.
Spin and
That was actually just her critical animation. I didn't mean to press that.
I won't miss! Huh. Ouch!
Man.
Hey-ya!
Sparkly.
Watch out! Here I come!
Like, is she supposed to be some type of keeper of time or something like that? I don't know what's going on in the story. I really don't. It's been a while since I've jumped back on.
Gotta enjoy while you can! Destruction. It'll come sooner than you think. Ouch!
That was pretty cool.
Let's start! Game of destruction! Oh, how pretty!
She's evil, isn't she? I'm pretty sure she just blew up a planet and seemed to think it was pretty. So yeah, I think she's evil. She's on the same hero list as Trude, so I'm not surprised about that. Well, those are the new heroes. Both of them are going to be seen in the arena quite a bit, especially her. Especially Skuld here. She's going to be seeing a lot of play for those who are lucky enough to get her to max. She is a very powerful character, and we will be seeing her in many teams for quite a while with this level of power. So we're going to be seeing a lot of her in the arena, that much I can say for certain. She has a lot of AoE abilities, and the meta right now is pretty squishy, and with this level of power, she is definitely going to be wiping the board very fast, and we're going to start seeing the game getting kicked back into high gear again with characters at this power level. Don't get me wrong though, there are still other characters that you will probably use over her, and you can probably make some pretty interesting builds with or without her, but I still think she is going to be the center point of this meta. One of them anyway. We are definitely going to be seeing a lot of Death CC still. It's still going to be high in the arena. Very high ranking players are still going to be using that. But I can imagine her being pretty powerful in the arena as well. But in the meantime, my fellow gamers, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment, and please do subscribe so you too can be a part of the Dark Kingdom. I will be uploading a video called the Top 10 Worst Mobile Games very soon, quite possibly in the same day as this video when it is uploaded. But until then, my fellow gamers, take it easy for me, and please do have a blessed day. Bye.